Okay, so Monday night was done. Here's Tuesday night's homework. So Tuesday night was pretty cute, the first one here, because they give you this crazy formula. The only thing you really need to know is which parts to plug into what spot. So when you're borrowing, that's your principal. So you're just going to manipulate, just type that in as your p-value. You need to do a little bit of manipulation with the percent. So you need to make it 0.045 to be your R value. You should never be typing a percent into a formula. You always need to make it into a decimal first. And because we're doing a 15-year mortgage, and the N number stands for the total number of monthly payments. You cannot put 15 here for N. N has to be a month number. So you're going to do 15 times 12, and that's going to make N 180. And you just type it in your calculator, that alpha Y equals option, so that you have no issues with the fraction sign, and you get this number here. Okay, for the real values, nobody really cares about that part. F of x, g of x, what is f minus g? So you're going to subtract the two functions. If you expand f of x, you get this purple stuff. If you expand the g of x, you get the black stuff. But remember when you're subtracting that you're subtracting everything in the black part. So when I subtract, I'm taking away the x squared, I'm taking away 6x, but negative 6x and negative 6x is now negative 12x. I'm taking away the 9. So the 9 and the x squares disappear. They cancel each other out. You're left with just option 3. Here we have a half-life situation. You don't need to know that this is considered a half-life, but you need to know that the base number is less than 1, so you're decreasing your value. So you are decreasing your value, but you're not decreasing by a certain number of years, because this is not a year number. This is that 5715 is manipulating the value of years. So it's compounding differently. So it is decreasing by a half-life each year is not true. It's not each year, because then it would just be t degree. The original mass is 50 because the principal, the number in front, is 50. So that's why option 2 was the only number. Looking at this is AROC. If I do the average rate of change of the G function, I got 2. If I do the average rate of change of the T function, I got 4. So T have a greater rate of change, is bigger, right? So looking at the answers there, G is greater, not true. The averages are equal, not true. And then they start breaking down here a little bit funkier. The average rate of change of G is twice. Okay, so I have to go back and make sure this number, the green one, is twice the red number. Not true. The red number is twice the green number, so that's why it's option number 4. So just be careful when you're reading those type of options. Number 13 is a parabola question. They tell you the turning point. They tell you the directrix. Nobody's going to grade your sketching here, so it doesn't matter. What is the ordered pair of the focal point? So if I had to jump 2 spots to get from the directrix to the vertex, I got to jump 2 more spots to get to the turning point. So if I'm at 1 and I go down 2 more units, I'm at -1. That's how I got option number 1. And the last 2 questions for Tuesday night's homework. This is a norm PDF business that we just did in class the other with Miss Rich. So I got this number. And then this one, if you don't remember what the heck is happening with the negative coefficient and the manipulation, type that bad boy in your calculator. Okay, you're shifting a log function and you're flipping it around. But when you do it, you realize that as x gets closer to -4, the output gets really big. That's what that means. The output is growing towards infinity.